Okay, so the first problem I want to go over is number 18, which is b plus 1 squared, all raised to the third power. So I'm going to start by doing the power raised to the other power. When I have two powers being raised to one another, I know I need to multiply. So I'm left with b plus 1 raised to 2 times 3 is 6 to the 6th power. Now, you're going to be tempted, and this problem wants your brain to think that it should distribute the 6 inside the parentheses. But you are smarter than your brain, so you're going to know that we only give the power when it's multiplication. So we have to leave our answer as b plus 1 to the 6th power. That's our final answer. We can't go any further. The next one is number 19. So I'm going to start off by giving the power of 4 to both bases inside the parentheses. So I have negative 3 to the 4th power, and I have x to the 4th power. Both base gets the power of 4. Real quick, negative 3 to the 4th really means to do negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. If you look at this, these two are going to make a positive, and these two are going to make a positive. So my final answer, when I put negative 3 to the 4th in my calculator, should be positive 81. Anytime you raise a negative to an even power, your answer is going to be positive. And then x to the 4th remains the same. So that's my final answer. Number 20 is looking for you to understand the difference of when the negative is outside the parentheses versus inside the parentheses. So essentially, this negative in front means do all the work out and then make your final answer negative. So I'm going to give the power of 4 into 3 to the 4th, x to the 4th, with a negative still out in front. And as we saw in the last one, 3 to the 4th is 81, and the whole thing is negative because of the negative that was outside the parentheses. So that's my final answer. Okay, so for this one, I want to make sure that I distribute the power of 4 first to the 3 and to the m, giving me 3 to the 4th, m to the 28th, times the m cubed that's still outside the parentheses. And so I see that I have m to the 28th and m to the 3rd. I know when I multiply x like bases, I add their exponents, giving me m to the 31st. And 3 to the 4th is 81, giving me my final answer. And then for this last one, I'm going to follow some similar steps. So I'm going to start off by distributing the power of 2 to the 3 and to the p. They both get the power. So I've got 3 squared p to the 10th with 4p squared multiplying that. So I'm going to simplify the 3 squared. 3 squared is 9, so I've got 4p squared times 9p to the 10th. And then I'm going to multiply my coefficients, so 4 times 9 is 36, and add my exponents. P to the 2nd times p to the 10th is p to the 12th, giving me my final answer. And so I know that you watched the video. On the bottom of your paper, I want you to put a smiley face with a heart. Make sure your smiley face doesn't have a nose.